guys, good evening. It's me again, Phoenix. And for tonight, I will be attempting to make a number cake for my birthday. And wala ko'y idea nganong gusto kog inani, but I want to try to. Why not? It's side quest of my life. As you can see here, some of the ingredients are here already. And excited na ko nga buhaton siya. So quick backstory. I wanted a number cake for my birthday. So I started getting quotes from bakers. When I saw that most of them were charging between $150 and $300, I was so shocked. So I decided I wasn't spending that much on a cake. So I chose to make it myself instead. The only problem, I had absolutely no baking experience. So I watched tutorials, did my research, and asked my mentor, Ate Lenny, for advice. Huge shout out to you, Ate Lenny, for all the support. After lots of trial and errors, I finally made my own number cake for a fraction of cost. It wasn't easy, but it was 100% worth it. So, here's how I made my very first DIY number cake. Now, quick disclaimer, I didn't make this cake base from scratch. I used Betty Crocker vanilla cake mix. It's affordable, easy, and beginner-friendly. I made this cake the night before my birthday, so I had no time for trial and error. I don't bake often, so I don't keep baking ingredients stuck at my home. Using a cake mix saved me time, money, and stress. My goal wasn't to be a professional baker. I just wanted a beautiful number cake on a budget. Ang first na ko buhaton is ang vanilla cake mix. So kani siya is ready na ni siya i-bake. Nalay mga ingredients na kailangan i-add, which is egg, butter, and milk. And I have the milk here, butter, egg. So tara, let's make it!
A few moments later.
Now, it's time to make the second cake base. Since I only had one baking pan, I couldn't bake both cake layers at the same time. So after the first cake was done and cooled, I repeated the exact same process to make a second cake base. For a number cake, you'll need 2 cake layers, so this extra step is a must if you're only working with one pan like I was.
A few moments later.
Now, it's time to make the filling. For this recipe, I use mascarpone cheese, fresh cream, icing sugar, and vanilla extract. Now, for the fun part, assembling the cake. Start with the first number cake layer and pipe the filling on top. I used large dots of filling and placed them close together, making sure there were no gaps. Cover the entire surface with the filling so every bite is packed with flavor. To make it even more delicious, I added some strawberry jam and sliced strawberries between the layers for an extra burst of flavor. I pipe a little more filling to fill any gaps and help keeps the layers stable. Once the first layer is fully covered, carefully place the second layer on top. Now, for the final layer, I started by piping large dots of filling around the sides of the number cake. This helps create a neat border and gives the cake that classic number cake look. Then, I placed the sliced strawberries in the center first so I could plan the layout and see exactly where I wanted them to go. Next, I added some almond chocolates, placing them throughout the center and around the corners for extra flavor and decorations. Then, I filled the remaining space with pipe filling. And here it is, my DIY number cake. It may not be perfect, but I'm so proud of what I created, especially as someone with no baking experience. Definitely worth the effort. Bye guys, see you in my next video.